What if I told you that at 19 years old, there is a player wearing Barcelona colors, whose numbers are ahead of Lionel Messi's at the same age? What if I told you he has played more matches, created more goals, carried more responsibility, before even turning 20? And what if I told you this isn't hype? This isn't social media propaganda. This is reality. Tonight, we are comparing Lamine Yamal at 19 with Lionel Messi at 19. The comparison truly sparked in the summer of 2024. At just 16, Lamine Yamal stunned the world with a thunderous 25-yard strike against France's national football team in the UEFA European Championship semi-final, a goal that felt like a statement to the future. He returned to FC Barcelona and elevated his game even further, finishing the season with 18 goals and 21 assists. And no one can forget the night he tore through Inter Milan's defense and curled home a masterpiece, a strike that earned UEFA's goal of the season and confirmed that this was no ordinary rise.
But he's kept his composure, kept the ball, now he sets off and skips away from Mkhitaryan. Oh, that's brilliant!
16 years old. That's when Yamal made his debut for FC Barcelona. Not in a friendly, not in a meaningless match, but in a season where Barcelona needed answers. At 17, he wasn't a prospect anymore. He was starting big games. At 18, he was deciding them. Now at 19, over 100 senior appearances, more than 20 goals, more than 25 assists, Champions League nights, El Clasico pressure. At 19, most players at that age are fighting for academy contracts. Yamal was fighting defenders twice his size, and winning. This is not normal growth. This is accelerated destiny.
Now here is Lamine Yamal, looking for the angle to have it.
Now let's rewind the clock to 2004. A teenage boy, barely known to the world, steps onto the pitch wearing the colors of Barcelona. His name? Lionel Messi. The rest would become football folklore. Back then, he wasn't a global icon. He was just a fragile-looking youngster with extraordinary talent, a spark the Barcelona board and coaching staff believed could one day set the world on fire. And when transfer offers arrived, forcing the club to consider selling either Messi or Cesc Fabregas, the president's response echoed with conviction. Messi is not for sale. That wasn't just a statement. It was a declaration of faith. And Messi honored that faith. At only 19 years old, he stepped onto the pitch nearly 40 times for Barcelona, scoring 15 goals and delivering 8 to 10 assists. But numbers alone don't tell the full story. He wasn't just playing, he was announcing himself. In the Champions League, on Europe's grandest stage, he made crucial contributions, proving that this wasn't just another academy prospect. This was the beginning of a legacy.
This time Messi is onside, and Barcelona wrap it up and it's Messi's first professional goal.
Now let's put our emotions aside for a moment, and face a question that many football fans are debating today. Who was truly better at 19 years old, Lionel Messi or Lamine Yamal? At just 19, Lamine Yamal has already crossed the incredible milestone of 100 appearances for FC Barcelona. In those matches, he has produced more than 35 goals and 30-plus assists. More than just a talented youngster, he has already become one of Barcelona's main men, a player trusted to decide games and carry the creativity of the team on his shoulders. But when we rewind the clock to the teenage years of Lionel Messi, the story looked very different. At 19, Messi was still an emerging talent in the Barcelona squad, a dazzling youngster trying to establish himself. Back then, the true superstar and leader of the team was Ronaldinho, the magician who ruled Camp Nou. By that age, Messi had played roughly 40 matches for Barcelona, scoring around 15 goals and providing about 10 assists. So if we judge purely by the numbers, the answer might seem clear. Statistically, 19-year-old Yamal appears ahead of 19-year-old Messi. But the story doesn't end there. Because Messi didn't stop improving. Season after season, he transformed his game, raising the standard of football itself. And even today, while he is still playing, Messi has already produced 8 50-plus goals and 3 80-plus assists in his career, numbers that have rewritten the history of the sport and set a benchmark that generations will chase. Now we arrive at the question that echoes through every football debate, especially among Barcelona fans. Can Lamine Yamal truly break Lionel Messi's records? Watching Yamal perform the way he does, it's a question that naturally rises. His talent, his confidence, the way he carries the weight of expectation at such a young age, it almost feels unreal. But we're talking about the records of Lionel Messi, the greatest player the game has ever seen. Records built over decades of brilliance, consistency, and moments that defined football history. Breaking them is not just difficult, it's nearly unimaginable. And yet, football has always been a story of new chapters. If Yamal can stay injury-free, if he continues this extraordinary rise, then perhaps we are witnessing the beginning of something historic. Because in that case, becoming the defining player of this generation, a true legend of the game, may simply be a matter of time.